All right, we are live and direct. Please excuse the swollen face, as I do have a toothache, but we're dealing with it. Just finishing up my morning green machine smoothie. I do appreciate it if you guys are able to share this stream so we can get more people in here to hang out. The whole reason I do these live streams is to be able to help you guys get better at your prospecting and your cold calling, as well as to display my work for realtors and brokers that are considering using my services. So we're all logged into the dialer, ready to go. I'm trying to start a watch party here. There's also a link to our cold calling group. Cold calling isn't dead. If you guys wanted to fill out the questions and join the group, that'd be great. It's where we share best practices and share our live call sessions, things like that. I'm going to share this on LinkedIn and Twitter, and then we'll get dialing here. It's about 9 a.m. We're going to start doing some dialing on the East Coast. I'll put a link to my calendar if you guys wanted to hop on my calendar for questions about the details of my service. If you're ready to delegate to a prospecting and cold calling service like mine, we can talk details. Or if you're interested more in coaching and training so you can do it on your own, we can talk about that as well. Again, I have a toothache, so bear with me, and we're still going to make it happen. The show must go on, as I said in the description. Still need to be able to help my clients help their clients, and that's what we're doing here. So realtors and brokers nationwide will hire me to do cold calling for them. And that's what I'm displaying here in these live cold call sessions. Okay, enough of the talking. Let's get to the dialing. Got 114 contacts loaded up. Let's go.
Please leave your message for 58535. You've reached the voicemail of Amy Marquez. I am unavailable.
One ring and dead. That's weird. So this is a canceled listing. They took it off the market after it was listed for only a couple of days. So let's find out what's going on here. See if they need our help. Morning, Terry.
Messages, request medication refills,
How's everything going with you, Terry? If you guys aren't already, please like and follow jmarqeting. And if we're not already friends, feel free to send me a friend request.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Good morning, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty, calling about the property that you were selling. Did you get that sold or did you take it off the market?
No, I'm not ready to go.
Well, I'm surprised you took it off because homes like yours are selling really quickly with multiple offers in this market. What happened? Nope, he hung up. Let's call him back and see if we got disconnected.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more.
Nope, so he didn't answer. That's okay. On to the next. How's everything going with you, Terry? All right, I added a poll to the live stream, guys. So if you could answer that question, that'd be great. Get some interaction going, and then I'm gonna put a link to the. Well, there's already a link to my calendar in there. I'm gonna pin that to the top of the comments, and it's a lot more fun when we do these lives if you guys are interacting. So I do these to answer any questions you have about prospecting, about cold calling, things that you're getting hung up on, such as rebuttals that you're getting. Objections you're getting. We could talk about rebuttals and things like that. So right now we're calling canceled listings, expired listings. We will be calling for sale by owner listings, and then we'll do some. What's up, Otis? We'll do some circle prospecting. Otis, my man, welcome to the stream, buddy. Happy Taco Tuesday. All right, let's keep on dialing, guys. So this is a $1.6 million canceled listing. I really want to talk to these folks. I'll put a link to the Zillow link so you can look at a picture of the property.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy over at Frank Albert Realty. Can you
Who
hear
are
me?
you looking for?
I was trying to reach Mark or Eleanor. Did I dial the right number?
No, you didn't. This is the second time this morning that somebody from your office has called here. This number is 835-0303. There is no one here by the name of Mark or Ellie.
Must be frustrating. She hung up. On to the next. So the reason why we're going to get sometimes wrong numbers, guys, is when these listings come off, there's an algorithm that Vulcan uses to be able to get data, such as tax and title records. And sometimes it's either an old owner, old tenant, things like that.
This is Mark.
Hey, Mark, Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty bought the property on Vindaloo.
Yeah, you guys got somebody else called me before. Somebody else, you guys got me crossed up with somebody. I'm a renter.
Ah, you're not Mark Spada?
No, I'm Mark Spandicino.
Ah, did anybody explain what's going on?
No, what's going on? It's only been 2 calls, but not too bad. But
Okay.
anyway,
Well, hopefully you don't get too many calls, but so we're all local real estate companies in the Tampa-St. Pete market, and there's a property on Vindaloo Trail in Tampa that somehow your number got tied to a Mark Spada or the property at some point. Maybe you or that phone number had something to do with the property. Does any of that ring a bell?
no. So again, I mean, my last name is Spada, then Cino.
Ah,
I
so
do know circle around the web. Locally, once in a while, I'll see his photo and his spada.
that's what's happening here.
It'll come up, but somebody must have tied my number to it. So
Yeah, well, the systems we use and our assistants pull, old tax and title records, and sometimes that happens. Being that your name has the first part of their last name and the same first name, that's probably what happened here. So I'll remove it from our list, but you may get calls from other companies the next couple of days about that property, unfortunately.
okay, appreciate your call, man.
Mark, while I have you on the phone, are you going to be buying or selling anything that we can help you with?
Maybe down the road. Try me back sometime next year. I'm thinking about it as I get older, but with the economy right now, I'm just kind of in a holding pattern. So
What I'll do is text you our information, and down the line, if you need any help, just let us know.
okay, thanks, man.
Have a good day. All right, guys, so there's no such thing as a wrong number, okay? Yes, it was the wrong number that we were calling about. However, he said he's going to be getting something going down the road, right? So we want to be able to keep in contact with him. So what we'll do is we'll send him a text message, and then we'll create a lead for him after this call session and just stay in contact. So yes, wrong number. However, he's looking to get into the market here in the next year or so. So that's a lead that we're going to nurture, right? You got to have outside the box thinking and be able to roll with the punches. And sometimes if it's the wrong number, if you play it right, you can turn it into a lead that you'll nurture into a transaction down the line. Otis or Terry, when you guys are calling, yeah, me too. I was just going to ask you if you ever convert wrong numbers. So I'm sending him a text message right now, and then I'll get back to the dialing. But I just want him to have our contact information, so that way down the line he can use us as a resource, right? And then what I'll do outside of this dial session is I'll follow up with him, find out what area he's looking to move into, price point, that type of thing, get his email address, and then set him up on an email from the MLS, so that way he can get listings, right? And then our finance person will reach out to them, get them pre-approved, and hopefully down the line we'll be able to help them buy a home. So bear with me real quick, guys, while I send this text message. Because that's the first step of the process, is having our mortgage partner reach out to him to get him pre-qualified or see what he needs to do to be able to get qualified for a loan, right? And he's right. Right now in that area, it's a seller's market, so it's really not the best time to buy. But what we're going to do is we're going to get him set up on, just get him in the system and start nurturing it. So yeah, I do change my script up, and so the scripts for me, Otis, are more just like talking points, and I got hundreds of them in my head, and it really just depends on how the call goes. I change it up, and again, they're just talking points to be able to gather the info, and I try as much as possible to ask questions, and my next response and question will be based on how they answer the ammo that they give me, right? Hopefully that answers that question for you, Otis. So what I'm going to do in Vulkan is I'll create a new lead for him. In Vulkan, you can easily just set up a new lead. Boom, just like that, got a new lead created for him in the system, and then we move on to the next. Right on, Otis.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty.
Yes, sir.
Is this Mr. Spada?
Yes, sir.
Calling about your property on Bindalow Trail that you took off the market.
Please don't. The property's been sold.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Property's been sold. On to the next. Thanks for asking, Otis. That's what these sessions are all about. Use me as a resource, guys. I mean, I know you guys are great at what you do, and I'm okay at what I do, but you make me better, and hopefully I can make you better too.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 30192892224 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up.
And, you know, for these live sessions, you know, it's all free information. Now, Otis,
Thank you for calling.
Otis, for that though, I am going to charge you a coffee. Since we're in the same area, you owe me a coffee, buddy. You gotta stay hydrated, guys.
You have reached the voicemail box of 3216 369595. At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording,
All right, so
you
we're
may
flipping
hang
it up.
Or press pound
These are
for
for
more
sale by
options.
owners now. We're going to be flipping it up to for sale by owners, so it's a new script. New talking points.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty. I was calling about the property that you're selling.
Yes.
Is this Christopher?
Yes.
Hi, I was calling to see if you guys are open to working with a realtor if they brought you a buyer.
I will, but not right now.
Okay, what is your time frame to do it until you start working with a realtor?
Probably about a couple weeks.
You want to try it on your own for a few weeks first?
Yes.
Okay. Now, it looks like you have it listed for sale for $159.
I didn't send the pictures or anything because how they make some mistake and didn't go through nothing, so I had to disclaim that, and I started from the beginning and sent a video, pictures, all that.
So this is all.
I'm doing it, but I'm gonna do it probably to the end of the week. So then I need another week to see what's going on, and then maybe you call me in about a couple weeks.
So these pictures are old or oh, there's no pictures, huh? Okay, I'm just pulled the Zillow up right now. Okay. Looks like it's just a satellite picture.
Only satellite, but no inside, no anything, so.
Now,
And I did a video and I did a picture, but didn't go through. Because how is the address? They put on the end number 6933, like apartment number 6933. That's why I didn't go through. I spoke with the Zillow.
what is it? What is it? Is it a apartment? Or is it a? Tell me about it.
It's a townhouse.
Oh, the townhouse. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the description here. Okay, and is it vacant or do you live there?
Now it's vacant.
Okay, and was this your investment property that you're just getting rid of now? What's going on?
Well, I'm getting old and I try to sell it.
Did you have renters in it or did you live there?
I had the rentals. One time I lived a little bit there, but lately I had the rentals, so they moved about 2 months ago.
Are you local? You're in Clearwater? Do you live in Clearwater or St. Pete?
I live in Reddington, Shores.
Oh, okay. Reddington Shores. So what I'd like to do is, if it's okay with you, I would like to send you our information to your email so you can see our company's resume, and then just stay in touch. A couple of weeks, if you need some help, we can set up a time to meet. Okay?
Okay, can you do that in about 2 weeks? Now I'm in the middle of so many things.
Yes. What's the best email for you?
Say again?
What's the best email address?
Well, how I said, can you call me in about 2 weeks and we talk about...
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna send you an email. Then I call you in a couple of weeks.
Well, I said, right now I'm so busy with a lot of things, I'll not be able to look at it or decide what to do, okay?
No problem. Does this phone, Christopher? Does this phone number get text messages?
I sent messages, but please don't call me in about 2 weeks. I said it 10 times.
I heard you. I just wanted to get you our company's information 5 times.
I appreciate when you call me and we talk.
All right, Christopher. Have a good day.
Available.
So he's real busy. There's a little bit of a language barrier. But guess what, guys? We're going to nurture it. We're going to send him a text message, and then we're going to call him every week starting in 2 weeks. got to have fun with it. You got to stay positive. I would say 75% of this that we do, guys, after you learn the basic skill sets, is mindset. Keeping the positive mental attitude and just staying focused. So I'm going to put him in for a callback starting next Tuesday. And then we'll call him once a week. And then I'm going to download the lead information. So he's having some trouble. He sounds like he's not very tech savvy, and he's having some trouble getting the photos uploaded, so he's a little bit frustrated. And so we'll just move on to the next. Okay, this is a for sale by owner, $271,000. Now these are back from July, so they're a little bit older. They're good ones to call. They're 3, 4, 5, 6 week. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yes. How can I help you?
Calling for Rosina.
Yeah, I mean, regarding?
Regarding the property on Starfinder, did you guys get that sold or is it still available?
No, it has been sold.
It's still available?
No, has been sold.
Oh, you sold it. Oh, congratulations. Is it closed or still pending?
Oh, I have to talk to my daughter. You know that.
So, but you know it got sold?
Well, she told me it's sold.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Goodbye.
All right, guys, on to the next. I have another phone number here, so I'm going to call that one. We'll call the other number and see what it says. Let's see what you said, Otis. Yesterday I was calling back a warm lead from a call 2 months ago and fumbled all over my words. They called back and wasn't looking at the number. So how'd you handle it? All right, this is a $630,000 for sale by owner, back from July.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert Realty, calling for Carla or Carl.
Yes, this is Carla.
Hey, Carla, I was just giving a quick call about the property that you guys were selling on Ben Lamont. Did you guys get it sold or is it still available?
It's still available.
Okay, well, I was seeing that it was been on since, the end of July, so, with the market being so hot, I wanted to ask if it was available still. Looks like you guys were asking $635 for it. Is it still the $635?
Well, what we did was we put it on Zillow, so Zillow only, like a soft like kind of like a soft opening just to see kind of what kind of interest we would get locally.
Right.
You know, because Temple Terrace tends to, a lot of people tend to move around the neighborhood, and such as we did, you know. So we had one property, and then this house went for sale, and then we ended up moving to a bigger home in the neighborhood. So we initially listed on Zillow for $635, and again, just for anyone that's locally looking themselves.
Right.
And then about 15, and then then we went ahead and put it on the MLS. So it's still for sale by owner. It's on the MLS. And so since we put it on the MLS, we put it up to $649.5.
$649.5. Okay.
That's where so that's currently where we're at. Where we've been on the market, I think, like 15 or 16 days. So.
Did you put it on yourself, or did you use a limited listing service?
A limited listing service.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, or not. I don't even know. I don't know if it's limited listing. It's just what we did was we paid a realtor to put it on the MLS for us.
Right.
It's
like a flat fee.
To put it on the MLS, so then that way there's a little bit more traction with it, and then again, people looking. It all really depends. I mean, obviously, it depends what. I'm a contractor. I'm a Tampa native. I was born and raised in Hyde Park, so
very nice.
I'm familiar with. I have family that's realtors, all that good stuff, and because the market's so hot, relatively, and because interest rates are so low. But again, it takes. This is a special house, so and it's a larger home. The square footage and stuff like that. Then also, too, it all depends on where you want to be in Tampa as well. So I think Temple Terrace is Tampa's best kept secret. I don't think people really realize that they want to be there until they get there, So as far as location, convenience, that sort of thing. So, it's all relative, too. So, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So we've been on the market with the MLS for about, I think, 15 or 16 days. I haven't looked. And right now we're at $649.5.
Have you gotten any offers that are in the ballpark?
We have not.
Okay. Now, I'll just get to the point because I don't want to waste too much of your time here. If you can't get it sold in a certain period of time for the price that you want, do you have a realtor that you would use to list it with?
We haven't selected a realtor that we would want to work with just yet. So I think right now, with what's going on and what we have, there are, there's like 3 different homes in the neighborhood in that price point. They're all different. There's not a lot of inventory there either as well. So if anything, we do a price adjustment probably in the next, 10 days or so. But again, we've had several showings. We've had, several showings, so we haven't received any offers as of yet. So, we're still optimistic about that. So.
How did you guys just go off of
Well, and also too, it says in the MLS as well that we will pay a buyer's commission as well. So,
Okay. Well, if we have a buyer, we'll definitely let you know. If you can't get it sold in a certain period of time, would you be open to interviewing one of our listing specialists to see how we would sell it?
That's a possibility. You could follow back up with me in about 15 days or so.
Okay. Well, obviously, if we did have a buyer, we'll let you know before then. However, if for some reason you can't get it sold in a period of time for the price that you want, one of our specialists would love to just go step by step and tell you what we would do. And just so you know, like I said, I'm with Frank Albert Realty. Our sister company is called Sublime Staging. In some cases, in a lot of cases actually, we will stage properties and we back all of our listings with a 90-day guarantee. So if we don't get it closed in 90 days, we'll take $1,000 off the commission. Now, that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but just so you know, there are some things that we do to help get it sold. What I'd love to do is just send you one email with our company's resume and just some links to stuff that we do, and then just stay in touch. And if we had a buyer, we'd let you know. And if a couple weeks go by and you're ready to interview one of our specialists, I can set that up for you as well.
Sure. Okay, sounds good.
What's the best email, Carla?
It would be the letter K, letter C, so KC, at, and it's N as in Nick, E as in Edward, C as in cat, keystone.com.
Keystone. Keystone.
Yes.
Um,
Keystone.
Keystone. Okay.
Yeah, Keystone.
So KC at nckeystone.com. And do you,
It's NEC. It's NEC.
NEC
So N as in
Keystone.
Nick, E as in
Yes.
Edward, C, NEC Keystone. Mm-hmm.
And when you guys do sell this, what are the plans?
Oh, we have, I'm looking to possibly locate to North Florida. I've been looking at property in North Florida. And we also have a lake house in Ocala. And then I also have a rental property in the neighborhood that my tenant just moved out. So we're kind of, keeping our options open at this point. Mm-hmm. So we have other places to go. We just haven't decided exactly where we want to go.
Are you guys still occupying it, or is it vacant?
Oh no, it's occupied.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's part-time occupied. We spend most of our time up in Ocala, so at our lake house.
Okay. So, is there anything else that I should know for the team, for any buyers that we might have?
No, I mean, we can release it quickly. I mean, that, time is of the essence and stuff. So traditionally what's been happening in the neighborhood there is there's a lot of, it's more out-of-state buyers that have been coming into that neighborhood in particular and buying homes like these. So, so over the last year or so. So that's kind of, where we're at, and just kind of, and we don't have to sell it. We're kind of, I'm just testing the market right now too. So that's kind of where we're at.
I'm looking at the photos, and it looks great. I love that what you did with the photos, and that area is awesome. And like you said, the property is huge, so it does take a particular buyer. So I hear everything that you're saying here, and so look at the photos. Yeah, it's great.
Well, I have it priced at $156 per square foot. You couldn't build this house for $156 a square foot. However,
right.
You have to understand that something's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it too. So, and the thing about it is everything's negotiable.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just a matter of, if you have an interested buyer, and then you can go into negotiations with that. So, I mean, a tremendous amount of work did go into the house from when we purchased it back, and I think it was 5 years ago, 2013. Or 14, I don't even remember. But, it's a very unique house, and it's very, again, the colonial style. It's going to appeal to a certain buyer. Now that everyone likes things a little bit more modernized, so that's the other thing, too, is that, it's just going with the trends. And this house isn't one of those trendy homes that, you're seeing, all over on TV and this and that. This is more of a traditional, so it does take a certain buyer, and again, 2 stories, and not somebody for young kids because of the size of the house, and stuff like that. So I mean, but for me, it was my favorite house in the neighborhood. So when I saw it for sale by owner, I was like, I'm buying a house. With or without my husband, I was going to buy that house.
And so
I wanted a house.
That's how you found it?
And we, I'm sorry?
That's how you found it? It was a for sale by owner previously?
Yeah. It was a for sale by owner. He didn't advertise it. It was a big time attorney for Tampa.
Okay.
But he, again, he felt like it was going to be more of a local buyer that would buy the house, and it was. Like I said, that was my favorite house in the neighborhood. And so as I told him, the only advertisement he ever put was a for sale by owner sign at the end of the road. There was no listing on Zillow. There was nowhere to find it. He was in the process of interviewing, realtors and stuff. and I was the second person to come in and look at it and bought it. So
How long ago was that? Did you got?
but yeah.
How long ago did you guys buy it?
It was, I think it was, I think it was, I guess it was probably about 5 years ago. So 2014, 2015, or it wasn't 2015, it was 2013 or 2014. But I bought it, and it was built by a custom builder out of like Virginia or something. It's the colonial style back, when they had it built in '83, and they didn't touch it. So it was all wallpaper and stuff like that. So it took me about a year to do everything I wanted to do to the home. So I bought it and then took my time with it because it's a very traditional, custom, with the moldings and everything like that. There's a lot that went into it. So, and with this house, because it's so compartmentalized and stuff, pictures really don't do it justice. That's why I kept the pictures really kind of limited, because I wanted to build intrigue, but yet when you come and see the house, there's a lot of surprises that come along with it. So, and that's what happened to me. They were very limited on the pictures, but from the curb appeal and the type of house, it appealed to me that I had to see the house. I wanted to see what it had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I got into the house, it had all these different surprises. That was just oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, I love this. And this. Because there's a lot of times from photos, you'll view, for me, because I've been looking for a property up here in Jacksonville for over a year, you'll see these pictures, you get these high expectations, and then when you go and see it, it's kind of a letdown. And that's kind of what happened with me on multiple occasions. So with this, it's I almost want to surprise the buyer once they come in, and then they're because it is cool. I mean, there's a grand fireplace in the kitchen. I mean, so I will probably be updating the photos here soon, but there's a huge fireplace in the kitchen right by the kitchen nook. There's 2 staircases. So you have the first main staircase, and then you have the back staircase, and it's just so it's compartmentalized. However, it has a good flow, and it's a great house for entertaining and stuff, and has a grand lanai with vaulted ceilings, and it has some different attributes. But again, it all is going to appeal to someone that wants that kind of custom, traditional vibe, that's been updated. So. But for me, things have changed for us, and so, but like I said, I own the house outright. It's just the 3 of us. There was no reason to keep it is around 4,200 square feet heated. So, it's just a matter of what kind of interest there is right now with the market and the interest rates, and that's kind of where we're at right now to see, what kind of, if there is a buyer for it at this time.
I was looking and while you were talking, and it looks like you guys had bought it in December of 2013. Does that sound right?
Mhm. Yep. Mhm. It was December. I just couldn't remember necessarily what year. You guys by so fast. So it's yeah. So December of 2013, and we didn't move into the house until about, I think, October of 2014.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. And so what I'd like to do, like we said, when we get done, I'll send you our company's information by email to the kc@neckeystone.com, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then does this phone number I called you on get texting as well if I just sent you one text? Okay. I'm going to talk to Frank, who's the broker of Frank Albert's Realty, and he may, because of how unique it is, just want to take a peek at it for some of our buyers, and I'll include him on the text message, and then we can just stay in contact. And then if we have a buyer, of course, we'll present that buyer, and then we'd love to at least interview to show you what we would do to list it and get it sold if you decided to list.
Sure.
Okay. Again, I'm Jeremy. I'm the lead here on the assistant team, and I'll make sure to text you, email you, and I'll include Frank, our broker, to open up the communication lines and see what we can do to help you guys get that property sold.
Okay. Okay, sounds great. I appreciate the call.
Thanks, Carla.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that's an ideal for sale by owner nurture call. Now, I could have gone in and set a time for Frank or one of our realtors to go and meet with them, but there's not a lot of sense to do that quite yet. So we're going to text, we're going to email, we're going to assign it to one of our agents, and then we'll nurture it to be able to get them on calendar. That's an ideal for sale by owner call without setting an appointment, but a warm to, I would say, hot nurture, right? So I've got a little bit of admin work to do here with that. What I'd like to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the live session here on Facebook. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to shoot me a message or hop on my calendar. I'm readily available to you guys. That's why I do this. So Jet, Otis, Carrie, anybody else that joined during the live session, thank you very much. Please do, if you could, go ahead and give this live stream an emotion, a like, a heart, and also it'd mean the world to me if you were to like and follow jmarqeting and even share this stream with your colleagues that you may think that would find this information useful. I'm Jeremy Marquez, jmarqeting. We call, you close more real estate listings. Have a great Tuesday, guys. We'll come back in a little while and do some more live cold calling.